I'm George Daniel, President of the Board for the St. John Theatre Company. Welcome to the BMO Studio Theatre at the St. John Theatre Company Princess Street production facility. You know, in the 12 years since this facility opened, the St. John Theatre Company has expanded 10 times what it was when we first moved in. We're also out of space and are now regularly booking outside facilities for rehearsals of larger projects. Fortunately, the team at the St. John Theatre Company saw these challenges coming 8 years ago and started to make some plans and explore a core professional group as well as facility expansion. And that brings us today to our next major project for our artists, for our company, and for our community.
Thank you, George. Welcome to the historic Sydney Street Courthouse. My name is Stephen Tobias. I'm the Executive Director of the St. John Theatre Company. As George alluded to, the St. John Theatre Company went through a period of massive growth after we moved into our Princess Street building, almost tripling in size in just a few years. We knew very quickly that we were going to start running out of space to do the work we wanted to do. Well, one morning, listening to CBC Radio, I heard John Barry talking about how he and Franklin Legier and a group of like-minded citizens of St. John had formed a committee looking to repurpose and revitalize the Sydney Street Courthouse. I called Mr. Barry, very quickly realized that they had a cherished building in need of a business plan. We had a business plan in need of a building. After a few years of development, in March of 2020, the St. John Theatre Company took ownership of this building from the province of New Brunswick. Then began a period of in-depth and intense design work. This design work included consultation with the community and many of our leading community and industry stakeholders, such as Theatre New Brunswick, Symphony New Brunswick, the Atlantic Ballet, Tuda Musica, and of course, our colleagues at the amazing Imperial Theatre, who we've worked with now for over 25 years. The results of that design work speak for itself. Recently, our designs were enthusiastically and unanimously improved by the St. John Municipal Heritage Development Board and the St. John Common Council. But don't take my word for it. Let's now hear from Melissa Wakefield from EXP, who is the lead architect on the Sydney Street Courthouse redevelopment project.
So this project is really the synthesis of modern state-of-the-art theater design in a heritage setting. And those two things may seem really disparate at first glance, but what it's providing us with is the opportunity to create a historic background and backdrop for modern theater performance. The existing courthouse building sits almost half a story above the street level, and so to deal with this, the decision out of the gate was made to relocate the main entrance to the King Street facade and make the new entry part of the broader addition that is being designed to support those state-of-the-art theater functions. We were as sensitive as possible to the heritage architecture and balancing the needs for the community space and the wonderful theater productions that are going to take place here.
I think the scheme put forward for the St. John Courthouse is a masterful instance of contemporary architecture because it honors the old building with material quality and how it very gently connects to it. But it's a wonderful 21st century, very social addition, which I think fits well into this 200-year landscape of excellent St. John architecture.
The courthouse project will help close a critical infrastructure gap that currently exists in St. John's cultural community. Events and performances that require professional, multi-purpose space, but with an audience size that's larger than what the BMO can accommodate in their 90-seat theater, and yet smaller than Imperial's 850-seat auditorium, will now have this incredible mid-range space in which to work. In addition to traditional performances, this new space will help augment Imperial Theatre's annual programming by providing a unique space for us to be able to host workshops and masterclasses with touring artists who are coming through Atlantic Canada. And we are so looking forward to having this new space available for everyone in our community.
Our community thrives when its citizens thrive economically, socially, and culturally. And this is the kind of landmark project that helps us achieve all three. We need to position this region as a great place to live, work, and play. That doesn't happen without arts and culture. Projects like this will bring excitement not only to our community, but it will attract new residents to our region. That's why this project matters.
You may not be aware, but in 1919, the Sydney Street Courthouse suffered a catastrophic fire, gutting the building and leading to calls for its complete demolition. Fortunately, the community rallied to save the facility and repurpose it for the next 100 years. Now here we are, a century later. It's now our turn to become champions for redeveloping this facility and creating a new cultural asset for the future of our community here in St. John. The campaign to restore and repurpose the courthouse is $12.5 million. This is a landmark undertaking for us that's going to require the support of our entire community, as well as leading philanthropic donors throughout this country. Philanthropic donors who care deeply about preserving the unique heritage architecture in historic communities like St. John. Donors who care about developing key state-of-the-art cultural infrastructure for those communities. This campaign is going to do a whole lot more than just infuse new life into a cherished building in our community. It's also going to create a new cultural hub, creating a range of new activities, new theater productions, new education outreach activities, new employment opportunities for cultural professionals and artists, new made in New Brunswick culture, and all of that together is going to bring people together, creating new social bonds, something we all need now more than ever. However, we can't do this alone. You have a vital role to play in turning this vision into reality.
Rise with us.
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 Will you rise with us to repurpose the courthouse and stage the future?